Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Ford. I'm here at the Northeast Film Festival with some alums who are no stranger to Neff. I'm here with Laura and Loring. And guys, tell us a little bit about the film that's screening this weekend.
We're filming, it's a short comedy called Don't Jump. It is the third in a series that we're doing based on the characters Patricia and Todd, which are played by Laura and myself respectively. And yeah, it's a short comedy about relationships and modern couples with modern problems and kind of banging around life and enjoying it.
Awesome. And so in addition to acting, you guys are involved as well in the creative process?
Correct. I wrote and directed as well as produced. Laura had a hand in the creative part too. She helps produce, and she is always good to bang ideas off of. And
being that this is we're now working on our fourth, even fifth at the same time of the series, it's kind of like we're just going off of our own relationship and kind of the qualms and the interesting like little hiccups that happen in day-to-day life, and it's kind of easy to say like, oh, this would be a great film, and kind of navigate those waters together and discuss like what works, what's funny, what's probably not appropriate, those types of things.
And so you guys have done several collaborations before in the past, correct? So what was different about this particular film?
Well, the pandemic made it interesting.
Well, we were quarantined for half of it.
Right, so that was tricky. That's not conducive to a large-scale production. In our movie, for anybody who's seen it, there's actually some pretty big shots involved that you simply can't do it inside. I don't want to give anything away. But I will say this, it's kind of... skydiving is a theme in the movie as to it sort of is the catalyst for the story. So you can't do a skydiving thing in your apartment in New York City.
And I believe quarantine happened right in the middle of our filming. So there was quite a big chunk of time where we weren't able to actually get together or get the rest of the crew together. But that just gave us more time to rehearse lines and tweak little things.
Yeah, and it was we were able to see each other sooner than a lot of the cast was spread out in New Orleans and North Carolina, somewhere up to the front. So everybody literally just scattered. She was at least in Brooklyn, so we were close. And then when things loosened up a little bit, we were able to communicate better than I could with other cast members. But that's okay, because she's my favorite one anyway.
And so how do you feel about the development of the series now that we're sort of ending the pandemic a little bit and things are kind of returning to normal a little bit?
It's exciting because we have a couple of scripts ready to go. It's still a little tricky with the scheduling of getting everybody back on the same page because people seem to be back, but they all are kind of making up a little bit for lost times with just issues in regular life that they have to sort of attend to. So, but we're getting there. We have stuff ready to go, and it's really been great. Since things have opened up, I feel like my brain has opened up a little bit as well. So I feel a little bit more creative. She's an amazing help with that. She's an inspiration. Zach Crone, who is here screening his own film, is a massively important part of this whole process. He's just not here right this second, but I can't forget Zach. None of this happens without Zach, and he's a huge creative help as well. So it's fun, and it's like hanging out with old friends at this point. Just writing. I can be alone in my apartment writing it, but it's like I'm hanging out with my friends. So it's kind of a cool experience.
And Laura, I know you're nominated for Best Actress tonight. How does that make you feel?
Oh, pretty darn good. I'm very excited, very honored. But it's not just me. He's nominated as Best Actor as well. And our film is nominated Best Comedy. So I don't know. It's such an honor because, I look at this as such a fun thing to do. Like, this is never work, and I get to be with my besties and explore and create and do all those things that we do in real life, but like just to have a camera in front of me, and it's like to be able to be honored with an award after that is like, that's like icing on the cake, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to share it with. Everyone here in this festival has always been so kind and generous, and the art surrounding us is just awesome, and it's like a little family that's growing and growing and growing as our films get out there further, and it's like being home when we're at the Northeast Film Festival, kind of,
It's so true. Yeah, absolutely. We love seeing your guys' projects here. It's just always a treat. So did you guys get to do any festivals virtually during the pandemic at all?
Many.
Yeah, we did a bunch. To be honest, it got to the point where I did. They were good, and it was a learning process for everybody involved, the people running the festivals, the people attending the festivals. I sort of slowed down on it because the virtual festivals are great. and it was what the only option was. But it's so much more enjoyable for me. You get to hear. You're with people. You get to speak with you in person, opposed to a Zoom interview. You get to see guys like Larry and see all the work that they're putting into to make this stuff happen. But in person, it's not the same when you watch it on Zoom or when you watch it online as when you watch it in a theater with people and you can hear them laughing. It's just for me, it's a more fulfilling experience. So I'm very happy that we're back. And that's not knocking any of the virtual festivals. There were some really good ones, and everybody did the best they could. But I got to the point where I was like, okay, that's good. Now I'll just sort of wait for the in-person stuff to open up again. And
No, absolutely. It's been a common theme this weekend, hearing from people that are so happy to be back in person, that have done the festival circuit virtually, and it's just different being here, seeing your film on the big screen, and finally being back together,
The only thing I would like to say is I would like to lodge a complaint. The one nice thing about the Zoom festivals was that I have to wear pants tonight. I don't know if you guys can wear this, but I'm wearing pants. For the virtual ones, there was quite a few times where I would, business up top, party downstairs, that kind of thing. But I guess it's worth putting on pants to come on and get to hang with.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lauren.
Everybody thanks me, especially Michelle, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much again for taking the time to talk to me. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. So great seeing your work up there. Again, guys, don't jump. Be sure to check it out. Thank you, guys. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's always
so
great
good to see you
as well.
again.